Welcome, everybody, to the Content Profit Show. This is Jeff Herring. Welcome to episode 14, and we'll be telling you about that in a little bit. First, a couple of announcements. Okay. Like I said, this is episode 14. Y'all have been so supportive of just the first 13 sessions. We've gone from one a week to two a week. Okay. And the plan at the beginning of the year, because of all the people that are getting slots, is to go to three. All right. So if you want to be one of those people like Linda's about to be, when you go to the contentprofitshow.com, in one of the, I think it's the right-hand corner, there is a place where you can be a guest. Okay. Now, this is being broadcast into several groups and also into my YouTube channel. So lots of places to catch this right after. And then it'll be at the contentprofitshow.com/E14, and you'll have both the live cast and the podcast there with lots of resources. All right. So let me bring on our special guest, who is Linda Sherwin. And she came into this world when so other people she knew hosted me this summer, and she's just come in and taken things by storm, done stuff, is a real go-getter, and she's known as a communication coach. So hopefully she will communicate well today. So welcome, Linda.
Hi, Jeff. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure. Now, speaking of communicating well, let's start with our famous dad jokes. So what you got?
I actually have two. Okay.
Two.
Sorry. You'll understand when I tell you.
Yeah.
Dad joke number one. Why do dads take an extra pair of socks when they go golfing? In case they get a hole in one.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
And I've got one for Duke. Sorry, I had to have one. I had to have one for Duke as well. So one day, Jeff asked his dog, "What's 2 minus 2?" Duke said nothing. There you go.
Oh, I'm going to remember that one. I like that. I like that one a lot. All right. So let's.
I thought you might.
Thank you for that. Let's bring our slides up right over here. Whoops. I want to get both of us there. There we go. So what we're going to do, folks, is we're going to take a look at Linda's ebook, and I'm going to talk about it so the people that are not watching and are just listening can understand what we're looking at. And if you want to change from listening to watching, the contentprofitshow.com/E14. And so let's go back up here to the title. 7 steps to being heard and getting the results you want. What I wish I knew before I started talking. Now, I want to try something. Tell me what you think, Linda. I'm gonna reverse those. Okay. What I wish I knew before I started talking. 7 steps to being heard and getting the results you want.
Oh.
You like that?
That's interesting.
I think it's got a little bit more pop.
I like that. Thank you.
Audience, what do y'all think? And I noticed in the, as I went further into this, you've got at the header, the what I wish. So you don't got to change all that. It would just be flipping these two, but we'll see what the folks think. Let us know in the chat, folks. And then we'll play with it. It's fine like it is, but that might make it a little stronger.
I like that. This
is cool. There's a guy that I've talked about before. This reminds me of a guy named Bob Goff, and he works. I mean, he's done so much work in Kenya. He's not the U.S. ambassador to Kenya. He's the Kenya ambassador to the United States, an American. Okay. And one of the things he got working with in this area, Chris says makes it much stronger. Facebook user gives thumbs up. Okay, there you go. Anyway, on his book, Everybody Always, he's got a bunch of these little colorful things all over it, and they look like balloons. Okay. But he got working. I mean, he's who I want to be when I grow up. The guy was working with witch doctors over there, like evil people that were sacrificing children and stuff. And because he's a former attorney, he put one away, but then went to visit him in prison. And then that guy connected him with the others, okay, who have since renounced all that and are like healed people.
I've got goosebumps.
Oh, wow. Wait till I tell you, all those little, they look like colored balloons on the front page, on the cover. they're thumbprints of all the witch doctors that converted, that are now, good people. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Isn't that cool? So
What a
that's the first thing I
story.
thought of. And I say all that to say that that's a real compelling graphic. So yeah, that's cool. All right. So table of contents is coming up next. I love the acts, the stress and frustration of not being understood. Authentic.
By the way, you'll notice that, just an aside, that the ebook was put together like a playbill, like a show, because that's what I based my
what
I
I
based
the
my
yellow
stuff
and the white. Yeah, nicely done. Are your websites or courses put together the same way?
They will be.
Good. Yeah, you want to keep that. You
It's
want
a
to keep
theme.
that.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll say act 4 acts and then act 5 about Linda. Okay, so that's not really going to be a module. This is great, and I've read through it. And folks, when it comes out, you got to get it because it's good stuff. Now, first, let's talk about traffic to this. Okay, and so think about articles from and articles about the book. Okay, so in this ebook are probably a couple dozen articles. Okay, yeah.
Wow.
You wouldn't do a chapter as an article, but you would do parts of that chapter as articles. Okay,
Wow.
and then at the bottom of your article, it could simply be, "Hey, you like this? You want more? Go get this ebook for whatever." Okay, yeah.
Wow.
And so we'll do that part later. Okay, so that's driving traffic there with the articles, people buying the ebook, which is, or mini book, whatever you want to call it. Great place to start. And then all 4 of these acts, they could be either one of these or both, a master class or a mini course. Each separate chapter could be. Okay, a master class, we're talking a couple hours where you do the whole thing. A mini course is where you do each one at a time. Like act 1 would be a separate mini course, the stress and frustration and not being understood. What I love about your titles is people go, that's me. Mm-hmm. Okay, so we've got articles, upsell or call to action or invitation to the ebook. In the ebook, offering the next steps into a mini class, a mini course, or a master. Is master class the right word? Yeah, master class, not mastermind, master class. And so now you could have more in the ebook, more than links to just that stuff. You could have links to everything else we're going to talk about, and people can choose. Okay, but it's a nice flow doing it that way. And then what you've got here really altogether is a signature course, like we talked about this summer, something that you're known by. And really you've got 3 teaching modules here. I would make 4 teaching modules here.
Well, remember act 3, there's 7 steps.
Yeah. So that's 7 articles, maybe 7 webinars, 7 master classes. So yeah, there's lots of ways to drive traffic here and lots of streams of income. So you've got 4 teaching modules. One of the things you could do is move about Linda up to like the get started here module, introducing yourself and then helping them get a quick win, changing maybe one way they communicate or something. And then the last module, so now you've got 6 modules in this signature course, would be next success steps. You kind of review everything, make sure they got it, and then say, and I'd like to invite you to whatever. Okay. Now the whatever after something like a signature course is a membership. Okay. Would it be okay for you to have recurring income?
Yes.
Good answer. Always yes on that. And so there's lots of ways to do a membership. Okay. And you're in a couple of my buddies. You're in Liz's and Cindy's, right? Or one of those 2.
Lois and Gina.
Okay. Yeah, that one too. And they have a very unique way of doing it with their questions and, current events and all that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. One of my buddies, Liz, has one. It's a membership site that It's got the content. Every Monday she sends out an email template. Okay. Does one Q&A a month, and has got courses, and it's $9 a month. Okay. Yeah, I know. However,
what's her specialty?
Email.
Email.
She's called the Fresh Princess of Email. And the thing is, she's got, how many people does she have in there? She's got like 1,600 members, which is about 13.5, a month. And her goal is 100,000 members. Now, that wouldn't stink. Cindy has one that's all tons of courses, 2 Q&As a month, and that's all she does. $47 a month. She's got about 600 people, so we're talking about 26,000 a month. I mean, you can do a lot of different things. Okay, and you and I will talk about that further afterwards, about how to do that. What we've got here, okay, just from this one article, and that's what I want all y'all to get out there, folks. And by the way, all y'all is Southern for lots of you. Y'all is individual. A lot of people is all y'all. So what I want you guys to get is that this is built from one ebook, okay? And so if you've got ebooks hanging around, if you've got articles hanging around, sign up, get a guest spot here, and let's change these things, because we've got the traffic driving now. And if you get all those different articles up, I mean, where I would start, I would do an article in each of the 7 steps. Okay. And don't give away everything. Just give kind of an overview and something for them to do. But then it'll be an easy upsell to this. And then we'll play with, Linda, whether it's, master classes or mini courses. I'm thinking mini courses, just because they would all drive to this big one, and they'd be used to you doing a course. Right. And then, so articles, ebook, mini course, signature course, membership.
Wow.
Okay.
Empire.
That is an empire, and it would, it'd keep you busy. But the nice thing is, once you create those courses, the mini courses in the course, they're evergreen. Okay. You don't have to do it over again. I mean, right now, the one we're doing on content profit explosion will probably be the last live one I'll ever do, and just package it, and it'll be out there for anybody that wants to get it. And there's other things we could do. There's masterminds, but I think that'll be incorporated in if you do a Q&A. That's the other thing I wanted to say. Now, there's a couple of ways to do this. You've got 4 main areas here, but even more with the 7 steps. You could do something every week. Teach one of these things every week. Okay. And that way you could recycle through each of the 4 acts each month. Okay.
In all honesty, people need time to implement.
Okay. So then let's go to one of these a month. Okay. Maybe a training and a Q&A. Okay. Well, that would mean
and some hot seats, maybe hot seats.
Hot seats, maybe. Yeah. Call them something different, profit seats, or help me, guys in the audience. What do I call them? I'm blanking on it right now. Profit seats is a friend of mine.
If you relate it to theater, it's your audition.
Spotlight consult. That's
there. You go. I love that. Thank you
for the help. Because people hear hot seats and they get nervous. But yeah, you could do those as breakout things. And the cool thing is, with these 4 acts, then you've got 4 months covered. Okay. And then you recycle it again.
Recycle it. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you've only got to recycle it 3 times a year.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this kind of thing is going to pull people. So, every membership site starts with one person. Okay. The beauty of it is when you do it this way, you can have 1, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000. You're going to do the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that's one of the reasons they're such a wonderful thing. So there's the empire outlined. Questions, my friend?
From me?
From you, yeah.
Oh my God. No, you amaze me the way you think. I mean, I forget when I wrote this. It was a little while ago. And I just thought of it as an ebook. But to see you take it and break it down, build it up, whatever the word would be.
Both of those.
Yeah.
It's fun. And it's an example of really niching down, within content marketing to this, to that, to content profit. And, and this is a tip for everybody. When you niche down, you discover stuff and create stuff to where it's like breathing for me to do what we just did. Okay. Because every time I look at something, I see many things. And so that's why this show is so fun, because to get that delight I'm seeing on your face. So any questions about what we've done?
No, I'm just dying to start doing it.
Well, that's what we're going to talk about in a little bit. All right. So Linda, great job on the ebook. Great job with being here today. Folks, in the chat, tell Linda thanks for being here. And even if you're watching on the replay or listening on the replay, tell her thanks. Again, if you want to be, Chris says, reminds me of the $1 million book method, only $5 book that builds an empire. One $5. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. If any of y'all see this and want to be in be a guest like Doria, like Chris is coming up next week, next Thursday, and then Kathy is Monday next week. All good people you need to hear. Doria says, thank you for shedding the light. Aw, that's cool. Great lesson. Thanks, Linda and Jeff. There, we'll put Doria up there. Anyway, if you guys want to be a part of it, go to the contentprofitshow.com, look for the box that has Be My Guest, and we'll get you in. All right. So, Linda, bravo.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bravo to you. Chris says, thanks. You're welcome, sir. Thanks for being here. Let's see. Out of there. Now, I forgot this earlier this week, but I'm going to remember to play the music. Okay.
Good man. I love your music.
Okay. We're going to do that in just a second here. Hey, folks, thanks for being here. See you next week for the shows. And as always, go use this stuff.
Thank you, Jeff.